I know nothing about drifting, so I bought this. I saw Redcat had this on sale for like $99, and then I had like points I could use at Redcat, so I got only $10 off, so I got $89, free shipping, no tax. So I'm like, well, that's pretty cheap. So I figured, well, why not? I'll try my hand at drifting. I've already got a little servo for it, and then a little cheap brushless motor ESC, and then I got the radio link with a gyro on it. And then I found this body on Amazon. It was $27. So this is gonna be like a very cheap build. Just see how well I can do with it. Like I said, I know nothing about drifting, but I think it's pretty cool and I want to check it out. And this is pretty cool. You actually got 3 different locations for the motor, which I have to learn. I guess I'm sure, depending on what location it is, how hard it swings the rear end around, I'm not sure. So I have to look into that. Got good drift angle on steering, carbon fiber chassis. Of course, it required all that. We know all about that. This is a kit. Adjustable chassis, so you can adjust the length on it. Adjustable coilovers, which I'm sure those are oil shocks. But let's see what I'm getting my hands into here. Wow, okay. A little bit like a Kyosho kit or a Tamiya kit, kind of. Wheels. A lot of little carbon fiber parts here. That looks like the shocks. It's going to take me a little bit to figure out. I got the oils too. So yeah, let me figure this thing out. I hope there's instructions in here too. I hope. Instructions, yeah, there's an instruction booklet on the bottom there. So I'll dig that out and try my hand at this and see how I can get it done. So y'all just hang tight. I'll just have to dump the box out real quick. Just kind of take a look at stuff. And here's the manual. It's pretty straightforward. Not much writing in it, just kind of a picture book really. And it doesn't really explain the 3 motor position options either, so I'll have to look into that, figure that one out. But I did see got bearings with it. Where are they? There they are. Got some bearings right there. There's the carbon fiber chassis. There's quite a few parts in here. Luckily everything's marked on the bags. There's more bearings there. Axles. There's shocks. Not sure what that is. Actually, nothing really tells me what it is. Luckily the bag's marked though. More chassis parts there. Here's the tires. They're hard plastic tires too, which I'm sure is good for drifting on hard surfaces, or maybe even carpet too. I don't know yet. Like I said, this drifting thing's kind of new to me, so I'm just gonna play around with it, figure it out. But the fun part of this is just building it. I've been building Tamiyas and Kyoshos for a while, so I figured try something different. So I'll build this Redcat. A lot of little parts in this bag. A lot of little parts. But cool. So I guess I will start at the beginning of the book and go through this, and hopefully next time you see me the chassis will be complete. Okay, either I'm a complete idiot or these instructions suck because they're pretty vague. But first of all, when you go to the first page, it's asking for bag A, which is, oh, here's bag A right here. I already got it dumped out. But then you need a plastic bag 1, which will be P1, so remember that. Now I got the rear diff built. That took me a little bit to figure out, but I got it. But now we got these gears up here. You got this little metal bar that goes through the gears and bearings go inside it. And they're right here. And there's like something inside there. Doesn't say anything about cutting them out. Now I got these bearings in, and they're supposed to go all the way through there and mount right there. So I'm guessing I got to cut that little piece out in the middle, which says nothing in the instructions about that. So just a heads up on this little thing. So let me get back at it. Alright, I cut those little pieces out. Everything's lined up now, looks good. So far, everything's been plastic, except for this gear right here. This gear's metal. And the diff's plastic also. All the internals are plastic. So hopefully it's going to hold up to my brushless setup I plan on putting in here. So we'll find out soon. But let me get back on this again. Well, got the motor on. Gearbox assembly done. Went to go tighten everything up, and one of the little screws snapped on me. So now I got to pull it back apart and put a little screw in there. Hopefully I got enough thread sticking out of the motor so I can just go ahead and undo that with a pair of pliers. But yeah, fun build so far, but I'll get through it. But I'll be back. Alright, it's all done. I got better screws in it now. I got the mesh on it set good. So good to go now. So I'm gonna get started on the chassis. If I have any problems with the chassis, then I'll stop and let y'all know. Otherwise, I should be back when it's complete. So wish me luck. Well, I made it this far, and from what I can tell, I think these little spacers right here, there, right there, that's where you get your length for your chassis. So that's how I actually set it up for this body. And luckily this body's got markings right there in the center of the wheel wells. So I just kind of centered it up on there, guesstimated it. I think I'm pretty close. But again, these instructions are pretty vague. They don't really tell you too much. It's more of a picture book than anything. And then you have like 3 or 4 trees of these little blocks right here that go into these parts. I'm not sure what these parts are called. They don't have names for them either. They just got part numbers. But pay attention to them when you're putting them in. Like I said, I'm setting it up according to the instructions right now. I mean, one thing about all these little parts, I mean, like I said, there's like 3 or 4 trees of it, so there's tons of adjustments for this chassis, and that's impressive. But you really need to know what you're doing. So like this one right here, it's marked number 7, and it's got like 2 little bitty dots right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. And like I said, I don't know if you both see these in the cameras, but there's one of the 7s right there. But then you got another 7 right there. The dots are in different places, and the thickness is different too. And also the hole alignments are in different places. Like I said, hopefully the camera's picking this up. But just an FYI, like I said, there's a lot of little stuff to pay attention to when you're building this thing. It's been taking me a little while to figure out. It's been a challenge, and it's been fun, but it's also been frustrating. But this is where I'm at so far. I got this much done, so I'm just going to keep moving along and try to get this thing done. But anyway, I just want to stop and show you guys that. Alright, chassis done. I just built it to the instructions. I didn't do any changes to it or anything, so I'm not sure what to do just yet. So I just mounted the motor in lower position and set all the camber and toes to per the instructions, and then I can play with it from there. But I think I'm off to a good start here. I don't know much about drifting or anything, so like I said, I need to mess around with it first and figure things out. This thing does have a really good turning radius. So that's pretty impressive there. So let me get the body fitted on here and I'll be right back. Alright, body's on. I think it turned out pretty good. This is not the best body. I mean, for $27 ain't too bad. The tires kind of stick out, which may be normal for this, I don't know. And I can't, that's as low as I get the body to sit on the chassis because the shock towers hit the body and ESC hits it in the back here. But looks like I got plenty of clearance. Like I said, it's just going to be a little drift basher. Nothing to worry about, something cheap to practice with and play with. I went ahead and added a rear spoiler to it and some mirrors, so I found a little kit that came with mirrors, spoiler, 2 different spoilers, and some wipers too, which I didn't use the wipers on this one. But I fitted the spoiler together, then just two-sided take the mirrors on it. But I think it turned out good. Made it look a little bit more of a scale look. But yeah, I just wish I could get the body to fit on there a little better, but it don't look bad. I might raise the rear up a hair, kind of level it out. Like I said, I'm not sure. I don't know much about drifting. I just want to play with it in practice. If y'all have any hints or tips or anything about drifting, let me know. But let's go outside and try it out and see how well I did. Okay, that didn't go as planned. Let's try something different. Alright, let's try this combo, see if this works. As you can tell, I know nothing about drifting, but that's why I'm getting this, so I can kind of figure it out, learn, and hopefully improve and get better with it. Seems like I'm getting too much traction with these tires, and I can't get enough traction with these tires, so I'm just not sure what the happy medium is. I am only running a 2S battery in this, so maybe a 3S battery will help maybe break these tires loose better and slide better. I don't know. Maybe I need, try different surfaces. Are these better for carpet? I mean, like I said, I'm not sure. I'm kind of a newbie at this, but I think I did good just for a budget build. I'm in it for under 250 bucks, and I already had these wheels and tires. I did buy another set of wheels and tires for this also, and I think they look pretty cool on it, but they're the hard plastic tires also. So like I said, I'm just not sure what I can use these on. I don't know if it'd be carpet or what. But it's all part of the hobby. We're trying to figure things out and make it work. Anyway, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope some people comment and kind of give me some tips and tricks on this, because I really do want to figure this out. But I appreciate everyone watching, and y'all be good and take care.